Hi everyone, today we're going to make this beautiful flower made out of paper, and that is easily done. You need to have 2 pieces of any color cardstock. I usually use white so that I can sponge the edges. This is 1 inch by 12 inches and you need 2 pieces. You also need 1 white circle or any circle. You can use any color cardstock because it's going to be put on the bottom here on the flower. And I used my 1 3/4 inch circle punch to punch the circle out. You also need the sticky pages. You can use sticky strip, and just take the sticky strip and put it along in the line so that none of the cardstock is showing. But I have found that the sticky pages work quite nice. And here's a small piece of what I've used. So you need one of those. And then I also cut that out with the 1 3 3/4 inch punch as well. And then you also need 2 of the wide oval punches. And I use these with the leaves, so you want these to be in any kind of green that you want, or maybe a rust color if you're going to be making it for fall or something of that sort. So you need 2 of those. So let's get started. I usually take each of these and I go ahead and I use the eyelet, punch, border punch, and I just cut that out. I know some of you are thinking she's doing that upside down, but you can use it any way you want. You can do it right side up or you can do it upside down. I was taught to do it this way and it's what works for me. So I will go ahead and do that. And I usually just line it up. If you've never done it on the bottom, I just take the strip, the edge that just was punched, and line it up with the edge here and keep punching it along and just keep going until it's completely done. So that one is done. After I do that, I go ahead and sponge the edge of it. I'm going to use Pretty in Pink because I promised my 3-year-old daughter that her flower would be next made. And I go ahead and I just take a sponge dauber and I just sponge the edges all the way along the whole thing. And I'm trying to go as fast as I can for you. So I'm just going to do this one so that we can get to the next step. Now you're also going to need the paper crimper. This gives it a little bit more texture. You just stick it in the paper crimper and out it comes. So after you've taken it through the paper crimper, it gives it this nice just textured look, and it's really easy to make it to where you just kind of scrunch it together like you're going to make a ruffle. And you do that all the way down both of the pieces of paper that are 1 inch by 12 inch. And you do the eyelets, the border punch for both pieces, and you sponge both pieces, and you run both pieces through the crimper. And look, by the miracle of TV, I have 2 that are already done. Isn't that wonderful? So then you take your 1 3/4 inch circle that you punched out along with your sticky page that you punched out, and you take the white part off, not the red, so that the sticky part is still on the red part. And you just put that on your circle. If you can keep it from doing the static cling thing. We all know how sticky strip likes to do the static cling. And then you take the red part off. If I can. It always happens when you know you're having people watch you, right? So you put that part down. Maybe. Maybe not. Haha. And then you take the pieces that you crimpled with the sponge side up, and I'm going to try and do this so that my hands don't get in your way as much as possible. And you just put the paper on the very edge, and as you go around the circle, you try to keep it the same distance, but you kind of ruffle it like I'm doing here. I hope you can see that. But you just kind of go all the way around. And you just keep going. And when you get to this point where you're back where you started, you just move your paper in just a wee bit. See how it kind of, these two overlap each other now? And you just keep going with your circle. And yes, you will get stuck to the sticky pages a lot while you're doing this. So your one has ended. So you take your next piece and you start exactly where you left off with the last piece. And you just do the same thing. You kind of crinkle and go around in a circle. And you just keep on going. And if yours goes up a little bit while you're doing this, that's okay, because that will give it the dimension that you're looking for out of a flower. But you just keep moving it around, and you still keep crinkling it as you go. See how mine's kind of going up right here? That's okay. That's what it's supposed to do, so it'll give you that 3D image look. Now, you can either, when you get to the end, like I've gotten, there's no more sticky strips showing, or sticky pages showing. You can either roll this up in a circle and kind of make it do a budway, but I'm not very good at that, I will be honest with you. So usually when I get to the end, I just kind of cut it at an angle, and I take one of the mini glue dots, and just kind of roll it a little bit onto my finger and put it on the bottom here where it would have normally stuck to the sticky page, and stick it down. And then I've also taken, if you can see from this flower, I've taken our new absolutely wonderful self-adhesive pearls that are just absolutely wonderful. I love them. No more trying to fit the glue dot on the back of the pearls. You take them off, and these are just as sticky as the sticky strips, so you want to be careful when you put them on there. And I just put that in the center to give it that pretty look. Now on for the leaves. As you can see, the image from this, they're kind of going different directions, and how I got it to do that was I took the two oval pieces and folded them in half on both of them. And then I also took them and ran those through the crimper. Whoops. After I did that, I just took some paper snips and kind of shaped the edges to where it would actually look like a leaf. So, and again, by miracle of TV, they're both done. And they have little glue dots on the very tip so that I can just stick them on the bottom of the flower. And you can put them wherever you like to make your flower. So these are two wonderful flowers that I will be sending to a couple of my new Canadian friends that I met at convention this year. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Have a good day.